Hello everybody, good evening and welcome back to the awesome, coolest live stream in the world. Welcome back to Escaping the Suburbs. And yes, Mike, we can see you. Everybody hear me okay? So there's been a big YouTube glitch going on with multiple live streams for the past few hours. Hopefully I see all the comments everybody's been making. We can definitely see you, Mike. I see Lori. I see Tracy's in the house. Cobus Cattails, how are you doing? Debbie Sue's here. My dad's here. Homeschool Time, Ari Medic is here with his survivalist comments always. Daniel's here. We can see you. Mike's Retirement Corner, great to see you again. So let's get caught up. Oh, Pam is here. Excellent. Good to see you, Pam. And third thumbs up. Don't forget, guys. Thank you. Have fun in nature. Brian and Tiffany, whichever one of you it is, or both of you, how are you guys doing? And everybody's saying hi to each other, which is awesome, and that's wonderful. So I was watching Granny earlier tonight because Daniel's live stream kind of unfortunately went off the rails, not due to anything to have to do with him. The YouTube glitch made it so he couldn't get Granny on as his guest, and then he couldn't see any comments in his live stream. He couldn't, maybe he could see one or two, and for some reason the spammers got through and annoyed everybody, but he couldn't see but like one or two people showing up, and we could see each other, but he couldn't see them. So then I went over to Granny's, who was supposed to be a guest on his channel, and I watched her for a while. But the funny thing is, Cobus Cattails, I don't know if you were watching her, or maybe you already knew this, but it looks like she's named Tracy too. Granny's a Tracy, but she doesn't spell it like you. She spells it, looks like Tracy, because she had her little fingernail polish kit, and it said a little piece of sign on there, Tracy's Nail Kit. So we got double Tracy's, double the fun. So that's cool. Pam subbed to Cobus Cattails, and you have a new playlist of Tracy videos. So I'm looking forward to you filling that up. Looks like, I guess your intention is that's going to be videos that feature your face and talking to the camera and showing more of your personality. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. Hello there, CL. I am very glad you made it. Awesome. Excellent. Go ahead and have dinner, but you have to tell us what you're eating. Let us know what you're having there. And the host on when we visited, you could only see the emojis. Okay, so that's weird. I was putting emojis in, and I was trying to tell Daniel stuff, and he couldn't hear me. So, Daniel, what I was trying to tell you, I caught another bass tonight, Daniel. About 5 o'clock, I went to a canal. We have canals here in Florida around the neighborhood so that people get waterfront houses. They dig out canals when they build the neighborhoods. We're only like 10 feet above sea level here. And then as they drain the Everglades out to the sea through these big, humongous drainage canals they also use those canals to fill up all the canals around our houses, and they're stocked with fish. So I was across the road, there's a pretty big, large, you guys would probably call it a lake. We know it's a canal. It's man-made, dug out, but stocked full of fish. And I caught a bass in there. So, yes, Pam, she uses Tracie. Yep. And Daniel had salmon and asparagus. That sounds pretty good. Hey, Brian's here as well. Excellent. So we got Tiffany and Brian, both awesome on both accounts. Excellent. Hello there, Granny. I was watching you, and I was just talking about you and your nail kit that you were showing off to Daniel. That's supposed to be a bait kit, right? So that's pretty cool. Let me do something real quick here. This whole screen is bugging me. Hey, you guys are always talking about my hats and always pointing out my hats. So I will point something out to you. If I go to this scene, I have a new hat. But before I talk about my hat, let's just real quick talk about everything we're going to talk about tonight. Everything we're going to talk about is It's a Lovely Day for a Guinness, Fishing with AllyG's Shoutout, although it's multiple shoutouts now. Your Old Men Will Dream Dreams. We'll get to that in a minute. I want to talk to you about Nate Black's Mental Reset video. And Lori, I think you're going to want to see that because it is connected with you. Talk about my Lake Okeechobee trip this past Saturday and the video that came out of that. I want to talk about the victory we had on the Amazon affiliates program. Shortly after I discovered why it wasn't working, we then had a big victory on it. So I also want to talk about another achievement that we recently unlocked. And I will do a show and tell tonight, Daniel style, because Daniel sent me an awesome gift, and I want to show and tell that with you. And of course, we'll do Q&A all through there. So that's going to be exciting. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And let's see, looks like John Ruddy made it. Hey, buddy. John Ruddy, my buddy. Good to see you, man. Yes, Pam, playing bocce, you can't make it because you're playing bocce. You need to evaluate your priorities, sir. Very healthy. Yeah, so Daniel's going on his channel, in addition to being about fishing and outdoors and everything else, is now slowly morphing into a healthy eating and diabetes channel. So Daniel's got multiple things going on in his channel now. Very cool. Fish is nutritious. I'll get some fishing videos this year. That'd be great, Brian. I would love to see those. I'm always watching Allie's fishing videos, and there was a fellow named Creek Seeker who won Allie's giveaway on a live stream. So I've been watching his video too, and he makes bait. He makes lures on his channel. It's always pretty cool to see him mixing together the syrupy, kind of like gelatinous stuff and putting in glitter and then putting it in the microwave and making them in molds and stuff. So this old man is dreaming lots of dreams. It's exhausting. Okay, we'll get to you. Well, like I said, Coat Dan. Yeah, exactly. Hello, everyone I missed. So like I said, have a new hat. This is, you guys are always commenting on my hats and talking about, Allie's talking about my hats in her videos, and you're always talking about my hats in the chat. So this is a new one, but I'm not wearing the right one, I don't think. I think I put on the wrong one. Wait a second. This is the old one. Let's put on the right one. Okay, that's the new one. There we go. They look the same. I grabbed it quickly. So this is the new one, and it's a lovely day for a Guinness because this hat, as you can see in the picture, the lining on the inside is a bunch of vintage Guinness advertising, and they feature heavily the Gilroy toucan bird that was used from the 1930s up until about the 1980s on the Guinness advertising campaigns. And it has, the toucan has made a comeback and has gotten popular with people who like vintage stuff. And I like vintage stuff. I am vintage. So that's the deal with the hat. So I got a new fancy Guinness hat, and that is the deal with that. Looks like I can see you guys in the comment. Hey, Ali G, I'm very glad you made it because we are going to talk about you. We're going to talk about you next. You came in just in time for us to talk about you. Hey, Pearlman, how's it going, Pearlman? Very good to see you over there. And hope everybody's doing. I enjoyed Pearlman's had a live stream with Sally, who was over at his house having dinner, and their spouses. That was a really nice get together and live stream. Pearlman, it looks like after you're done going live on your channel, it looks like the live stream is no longer available. Do you do that on purpose? Do you make it private or delete it or just choose not to save it because people can't go back and rewatch the live stream after the fact? I don't know if that's on purpose or if that's just something that's happening when you don't mean for it to, but Dylan loves Guinness. Well, see, I knew Dylan was a quality individual. I could tell just from the few times when I see him on your channel, although that fella right there has a lot of good taste. So I do love a nice creamy Guinness. Now tonight, I'm having my standard Publix brewed sweet tea. And Daniel, you'll be happy to know it is diet. It is diet brewed sweet tea from Publix. It's really very good. Daniel, if you're looking for something for your diabetic situation there, and you're looking for something else to drink, I know you like those high C drinks and all those other mixes and stuff, but find yourself a Publix over there. I think they got Publix in Indiana, right? Is Publix in Indiana? Boy, if there's not, that's too long ago. Okay, what are we talking about here? Happy birthday 2 days belated. That is to Scott, who had a birthday 2 days ago. Look at my dad just doxing me here, giving away all my private information to the whole internet here. Yes, Monday was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I did have a birthday. Yes, thank you, everybody. That is so kind of you. Since my dad went and spilled the beans and told everybody what my birthday is, maybe he'll also tell you my mother's maiden name and the name of my pet as a child and the name of street I lived on in kindergarten, all my secret days. But thank you for the birthday wishes from everybody. That is very nice of you. Very cool. Oh, there's no Publix in Indiana. Oh, that's a major, major strike. Major, major strike. So let me get right to the Allie thing. Did you guys see AllyG's most two recent videos? She's given me these awesome shout outs in her videos. And in one of them, I noticed she started getting her stuff out of her tackle box. By the way, I stole an idea from you, Allie. It seemed like your tackle box kit and everything was being carried in like a insulated lunchbox type thing. And I thought, man, that's a great idea. It's so easy to carry. They zipper open. So I grabbed my insulated cooler lunchbox thing, threw all my stuff in there. Perfect fit. It's awesome. Got a top lid to put stuff in. But as you can see in the screenshot from her video, she's got my my sticker, which I sent her right there on the box, which is awesome. So thank you so much. That's very kind of you. You made a really nice comment in there about these live streams and how much you enjoy being at them. And that was a great video. I hated seeing that really big fish get away from you. That was really cool. And then the one you made that came out, I think it was yesterday, the much more recent pond video. I was actually looking at Google Maps trying to figure out where that pond was. Now, you don't have to tell us where it was, but I know that you're up there on the Space Coast, and I was just going through all the places I could tell that looked like it was a roundish lake with a pier and a dock, and I couldn't find it. So you don't have to tell us where your cool fishing spot is. Oh my goodness, do we got some super chats? You guys are sending me super chat birthday money? That's crazy. What are you guys doing? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. You guys are awesome. Okay. Wow, look at this. Unless I missed one, I see two of them already. Mike has sent $10. Well, happy birthday, man. That is so awesome. So sweet and nice of you. And Lori, man, Lori's just throwing 20s at every live stream she's at, you guys. So get monetized as fast as possible. Lori's going to make you rich. I'm just kidding, Lori. Thank you, guys. That was so nice of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, granted, my birthday was this past Monday. And cool. I carry my fishing stuff in a backpack. A lot of people who I watch their fishing videos, they have a backpack and then they sling it off and get the stuff out of it and then sling it back on. So that made sense. But, when I was out fishing today after, by the way, Allie, you joined a little bit late. I don't know if you heard me. I caught a bass this afternoon. When work ended, I had 3 hours or so before I was going live, and I knew I had an hour to go before Daniel's live was to be. So I went over to a canal over here, caught a bass, and it was really easy using that lunchbox thing. It's great in the summertime because it's so hot. Sometimes my soft plastic lures are melt. I've seen people talking about having a baggie full of plastic lures, those gummy lures, and they get all melty and everything. So yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys, yeah, they are awesome, aren't they? Brian and Tiffany, I guess this is Tiffany. I'm going to keep it my straight. Tiffany is the one saying stuff from Have Fun in Nature, and Brian is the one who's talking from the HFIN account. So they're both here. But yeah, I caught another bass, and this one was a little bit bigger than my first one. So second one, and it was on like the third or fourth cast into that pond lake over there. So it was really nice. Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Very cool. I was real excited. I was real pumped up about that. Very cool. Let's see what we want to talk about next. Okay, so as I said, your old men will dream dreams. And I just want to make a comment about this. You may know what that phrase is from. Maybe you've heard that before. But your old men will dream dreams. I'm going to, it's not a particularly religious YouTube channel, and I'm not here to push, religion on you. It's not a Bible study channel, but I would like to read something to you from the book of Acts, where 2:7 says, "In the last days, God said, I'll pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams. Now, and these folks 2,000 years ago in their culture, the old men in their community, that was the people of influence. That was the people that were worth listening to. And those of us who are interested in the topics of this channel, you are all people of influence today. Um, I think that this is an encouragement to all of you of all ages, men and women. And when you think about, I would like for us to, it's nice what it says, the whole thing, I'll pour out my spirit, your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, all that's great, but I want to focus on us influencers. And it's funny that the world calls, social media influencers. I really think we should embrace that word influencers, because our mission, all of us who are in this, in this community, our mission is to influence the world for good. We're not doing it to get people to buy something on Instagram. We're not doing it to get people to buy a certain brand of makeup. We're trying to influence the world for good. But I would like to focus on the dreaming dreams part, and to dream dreams, but not just sleeping dreams. And Mike made a funny comment in there about, I've been dreaming a lot of dreams and it's exhausting, which is pretty funny. But I'm not just talking about sleeping dreams. I'm talking about dreaming big for your life. I'm talking about having visions of the future. I'm talking about embracing a dream for your life and for the world. Like, you have a dream for the way the world can be, and then making it real. And we can all colloquially just kind of call ourselves, all of us, the dreaming old men, even the ladies among you here. We'll be calling ourselves, well, we're the dreaming old men. So dream big, dream on, all of you. And I would like to hear from you in the chat. If this A makes sense to you, and B, what is your dream? What is a big dream you have for the world, or for our community, or for the place you live, or for your family, that you are going to influence for good and make happen? Does that make sense to you? Yeah, that's right. I saw that on your video, had a little blurb, and I also saw that, I think it was Granny made a comment that your channel turned 2 years old this month. So a lot of birthdays going around. February is a good time for birthdays. Your channel turned 2 this month, which is awesome. And we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary since I pivoted from motorcycles and riding to getting out in nature and reconnecting with the world and trying to be a force for good and positive and optimism. So let me get caught up on the chat and see what I'm missing here. Hey, Tiffany, I was watching today that park in South Dakota. Yes, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. This channel 7 months old today? Really? I didn't know you guys are 7 months. Awesome. That's cool. Pam loves hearing scripture. Well, you are a very positive and uplifting channel yourself, Pam, and you frequently refer to that kind of stuff on your channel. So, yes, we are trying to influence the world to have fun in nature. It's so healing. Absolutely. It certainly is. Vitamin N. Vitamin N is on the menu. Congratulations. And Mike says, yep, that makes sense, and that works for him. And the power of intention is a great thing. That's right. If you have a dream and you decide, I'm going to make it happen, that is being intentional. Absolutely. Pam says, I dream that everyone in my community will have a place to feel loved and valued. See, Pam, that's why you're the pro. That's why you're the pro at this stuff, man. You just word it so much every single time. You always word it better than the way I was thinking. So, outstanding. I'm glad you guys all appreciate that and agree with that, because that was kind of an important thought that I was having, that when they say your old man will dream dreams, it's not just he'll have dreams, sleep, have dreams. And I mean, there's something to, dreaming while you're sleeping and having good content, which gives you insight into the future, insight into your problems, how to fix problems, things like that. But having a dream for your life and for the world and for your family and for the people around you. I should dream more. My first dream was quite selfish, but for the people around, I dream of real connections and honesty. That is a very good dream, Geraldine. Very good dream. And you can have big dreams for the entire country of Peru and for all of your region in South America. You can have awesome dreams. Yes, sir, vitamin N. I'm going to overdose on vitamin N. I plan on doing a cookout video tomorrow afternoon if it's not too windy, roasting hot dogs and stuff. Saturday will be a hiking video ready to get outside. Excellent. Is the weather going to calm down a little bit over there, buddy? That would be great. If it's starting to feel a little bit like springtime, that would be pretty nice. Sunday is the first day of March, you guys. Spring is right around the corner. You are going to win some bass tournaments, young lady. Absolutely you are. We're going to all see you with the big old bass trophy. And that'll be cool. So I want to talk to you guys about Nate Black. If you don't know who Nate Black is, he is a YouTuber who has a channel about how to be a YouTuber. He has a lot of great encouraging videos on what makes a channel grow and how to package your videos and how to be intentional as who was it who just said that? I slipped my mind already. Was it Pam? I think it was Pam. Yeah, oops, somebody's coming in my door. Who's coming in the door? Hello, Logan. Welcome home from work. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, man. Life is good. I caught a bass, Logan.
You catch a fish, life is good.
You caught a fish. Life is good. That's right. I'll have to show you later what lure I used and everything. Hey, everybody. Logan says hi. Not really. He didn't, but I'll pretend like he did. I'll pretend like he said hi to you. So, great weather to go for walks, hikes, outdoors in the nature before the summer heat. Yeah, before it gets totally too hot. 53, 62 on Saturday. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so back to Nate. If you don't know Nate Black, like I said, he's got if you don't know who he is, it means you probably don't have a YouTube channel, because if you know who he is, you do. If you do, you do. Nate's recent pause of making any videos at all for over a month and then resuming his channel, he talked about it in this video that came out. He actually released 3 videos simultaneously, and his videos are about this thing called a content wall, which I'm a little skeptical of, which is going 30 days without posting anything. No videos, no responding to comments, no social media posts, no channel posts, no videos, no shorts, 30 days. And then with the end of the 30 days, he drops 3 videos, related subject, at the exact same second. So you schedule them ahead of time to hit like at 7 p.m. or whatever time is good for you, all at the same time. That's called a content wall. I don't know why it's called a wall. I guess that you stop posting like you hit a wall or something. I don't know. And then you drop them all. I'm skeptical, but he says this jolts YouTube into... I'm not a big fan of this. But his pause and resuming his channel, as he was talking in this video, he had a very touching moment. And he spent some time talking about a mental reset as well as the channel reset. And he was not expecting to have a mental reset happen while he was doing the channel reset. And he actually got kind of choked up as he was talking about it and left it in the video, didn't edit it out, and kind of got emotional talking about the mental reset. And he hit a lot of the themes that we talk about here. And he also touched on quite a lot of themes that Lori's Soul Circle often hits on. So, things like understanding yourself and adjusting the frequency at which your brain is operating connected to the frequency of the world around you and how they are synchronized or unsynchronized. I want to encourage all of you, whether you have a YouTube channel or not, to go find that video. Watch this video sometime, maybe later this week. You find a time to watch it, and I think it will be time very well spent for you. It really touched me, left an impact on me. Have any of you already seen it? Like I said, there's 3 videos that dropped on the same topic, talking about why he stopped, why he started. But let me know in the comments if you have seen the video that I'm talking about, where he kind of stops, gets a little emotional, gets a little choked up. And if you've never heard of Nate Black, tell me that in the comments too. Interesting to hear that. All right, let's see who is here. Well, hello there, Yvonne. It is very nice to see you. Hope you are enjoying your stickers and magnets. If those of you who don't have cool stickers and magnets, like Allie put on her tackle box, and like Yvonne just got, there is a link in my description to my videos. And if you click that link, you can get free stickers and magnets. I will send those to you on me. Mike says, the steaks are done. Crab legs ready. Gotta go. I'll catch the replay. Bye, y'all. He says, bye, all, but I said, bye, y'all. I'm sure he's going to enjoy that. I like how he categorized the different types of YouTube creators. Yeah, he did. That was really cool. That was good. Allie, which category do you think you fit into? Because I bet it's the same one that I think I fit into in my categories. You and me have a very similar channel. Oh my gosh, that video where you went out to that pond with the dock on it, the trail that you had to walk on to get to it was right up my alley. Like I said in the comment to that video, I commented, you probably already saw it. I could almost smell the pine needles and the pine trees where you were walking and that Florida sand that you had to walk on to get there. So, hello, Yvonne. Bye, Mike. Good night, Mike. Over time, become more of a coffee snub. I love the maple syrup, honey, molasses, and whole milk or half and half or good name brand coffee and cinnamon. My coffee is nearly breakfast. Well, you know what? There, Army Medic. Coffee is almost always my breakfast. That's pretty much what I have for breakfast 6 days a week. One day out of the week, I go over to a local pancake house and have breakfast with 5 or 6 of my friends. We have been having Wednesday morning breakfast together for, I don't know, 25 years, something like that. It's changed locations as restaurants have come and go. During COVID, we had to go through like 3 or 4 restaurants because they kept closing. But so Wednesday mornings, like this morning, I get a couple of eggs over easy on some rye toast. But most of the time, coffee is my breakfast. And putting real maple syrup or honey, molasses, I do half and half, not whole milk. But yeah, buddy, I'm with you, man. That's breakfast right there. I have heard him talking about this before. Yeah, he has talked about the wall before. It's not the first time he's talked about it. I don't think pausing is a good idea. But again, first video posted 7 months ago. Yeah, but you know what, Tiffany? I'm agreeing with you. I'm very skeptical about this stop for 30 days and then hit it. I would really have to be super committed to this idea. Because I mean, think about the commitment you're making to stop. You're gonna lose some of your audience. And I care too much about every single person on this channel. I get to know everybody in the comments. People come by with a random drive-by comment, and I ask them a question as a follow-up, and they reply, and the next thing you know, we're having a conversation. So I would be upset if I waited and took a 30-day break and then lost somebody as a contributor, commenter, frequenter. So yeah, I know you've seen him because you're really, really serious about your channel. And so you've watched probably all of the major on-time creator coach guys, you know. yeah, we were trying to get your attention, Daniel, in your live stream where the YouTube glitch was killing us earlier today. About 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, YouTube was going through a glitch where nobody could see anybody's comments. It was so annoying. Yeah, it's very understandable when he takes a big break from YouTube and stops publishing, stops commenting, that he then gets a mental reset at the same time. And yeah, balance is key. That is true. For sure. Sorry, Mike. YouTube was being dumb. I was getting upset. That's funny. Hey, it's our friends, the Traveling Whitcombs, Scott and friends in chat. Hope you're all doing well this evening. Very good to see you folks. How is life up in the Great White North? In the good land. I hope everything is going up there very good. I hope that little baby Shar is doing good. She's a cutie. She's going to get big before you know it. Good idea to have those 2 insulated bags so when you store items in the trunk, they're not as affected by heat and cold. Yeah, good idea. Yep, that is a good idea. Everybody's saying hello to our friends, the Whitcombs, who have told me their names, and I keep forgetting their first names because they're the Whitcombs and they're baby Charlotte. No idea what you're talking about. You would not know that, gentleman, Geraldine, because you don't worry about YouTube. You're not worrying about trying to be a creator. Oh, look who's here. Tyler's dropping in. Good to see you, man. How long have you been here? A little bit. Good. I know I'm running a little bit behind on the comments, so I'm glad to see you here, buddy. everybody saying hi to each other in the comments. This is just makes my day when you guys have a you do enjoy the stickers and magnets. Good. When you guys are talking to each other and having side conversations, that's the whole point of doing a live stream, is it attracts people together into a community so you can have side conversations that I don't even need to know what you're talking about. It's just you guys having fun in a community, having fun and building relationships with each other, and then going off and finding each other again in somebody else's live stream, and then finding each other again in somebody else's live stream, or going to one another's live stream, stuff like that. That's the best. Hello, Tyler. Oh, you're over by Seminole County on that thing, so it's not over anywhere near where you are. Interesting. I heard you call it a cow pond, and I did do a search for a cow pond, and there is one place on Google Maps that comes up as a cow pond. I wonder if it's that one. Let me remind myself. I'm going to pull that up just real fast. Maps. You guys don't need to see this. Cow pond, Seville, Florida. Is that where it was, Allie? Is it the cow pond that's labeled cow pond over by US 17? Well, let's see. I can do this. You said it was by Seminole County, so let's look at that. Because I don't even know where Seminole County, Florida is. Oh, yeah. It's kind of roughly, but it doesn't look like it's the one that I was looking up is not necessarily in there. The one that I found that's labeled on Google Maps as a cow pond is like off of Florida Road 17. So maybe that's the one you were at. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but it looks like a great pond. So it's good to know. Hi, Nana. Hi, everybody. Hi, Debbie. Debbie Sue, wonderful to see you. Hi, Traveling Woodcombs. Hi, CL. CL, hello again. Great to see you, friend. You too. Hello. Hey, Mike. Great to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. Oh, and hot chocolate. Laugh out loud in my coffee. If my next 2 videos don't take off, I'm taking a break from YouTube. Well, you could do that if you want to, Tyler. I would not recommend it. I would say if your next 2 videos don't take off, you should look at them and watch them again until you figure out why they don't take off, and then make another one and try to be just a little bit better. Make the 3rd video just a little bit better than the first 2. And then if that one doesn't take off, try to make number 4 just slightly better. You know, if you're waiting on a video to take off, you could be waiting a long time, because I'm waiting, and it's been a long time. And I haven't really had any videos take off. Although there was a video, I'll tell you what, there was a video, one of my more recent ones, about doing the hard thing. It had a temporary little burst. Nothing major. It had like 40 or 50 views, and then when it was about 2 weeks old, it shot up to about 200, almost 200 views. So that was kind of cool. I don't know what caused that to jump off like that, and then it sort of leveled out again, you know. But take heart, Tyler. They're not all going to take off. In fact, a lot of them don't take off. But if you're trying to make videos hoping it'll take off, that means you're hoping for the short-term blast. And I don't know. It's just, you know, that's like saying I'm going to be a rock star and going to LA and hoping you make it, you know. 1 out of 10,000 do it. But anybody who stays with it and keeps making videos that get 40, 50, 60 views, 70 views. And by the way, Tyler, you're getting a lot more views than me. I've seen your channel and you're getting more views than me. So I don't know, what you're hoping will happen, but I think that you'll have more success if you stay with the slow and steady pace rather than hoping a video takes off, whatever that means. Slow and steady, just keep putting videos out there and they'll slowly start to build an audience, and start going live, start going live and making some friends on there, Brandon and Ash, of course. Why don't I remember that? Brandon and Ash, or Ashton. I don't know why I can't remember that, you guys. Okay. They're in Wisconsin. You got the cute little baby girl. All right, Brandon, I'm thinking of another Brandon, and I'm picturing him moving to Wisconsin. And that's how I'm going to remember that in Wisconsin, my friend Brandon moved to that's how I remember his name. And Ash, how am I going to remember? Oh, you know what? It's funny is my friend Brandon that I'm thinking of, his sister is Ashley. But you're not Ashley, you're Ashton. But I can remember, maybe I might accidentally call you Ashley, but I'm going to try not to. So Brandon and Ash, like my friend Brandon and his sister Ash, let's pretend they moved to Wisconsin and that's how I'll remember your names. Maybe, might work. Don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Hello, Tyler. What do you mean by take off? I'm lucky to get 50 or 60 people to watch one of my videos. Me too, Mike. That's exactly where I am. 50 or 60 is right about what I end up getting. Been on here almost a year. Well, as you folks know, I've been on here for 10 years, although this particular rebrand and pivot and rebrand of the channel is going to be 1 year old in April. So I really consider this topic channel, whatever it is, thing to be almost a year old. But I've got a couple hundred videos already. Remember, Tyler, I was talking to you about getting your thumbnails to all match. Try to pick a style and try to make them all the same, a style you really like. That's something too. Still have a good amount of snow on the ground here in Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. There is a concrete YouTube channel that I watch up in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, and they're still trying to dig out of it, and they can't do concrete yet because it's too cold. That channel is called Victory Outdoor Services. It's a good channel, good guy. My channel will come out of the ashes someday. Yes, it will, and you will be teaching people academic English, and you will be the world famous premier expert on academic English. What part of Wisconsin? Waving hi from Michigan. Yeah, Cobus, when are we going to get another Lake Huron video or something similar to that? So, you know, I think to myself, oh, Michigan and Wisconsin, they're real close to each other. And she's up high on the top end of, you know, Michigan. But those are pretty big states, you know, so. Yeah, it's all nice finding your people, finding your group, finding your tribe, as Sally says, right? Western Wisconsin, about 30 minutes from the Minnesota border. Cool. So Mike's Adventure Sparks is in Minnesota. The Whitcombs are in Wisconsin. And Tracy is in Michigan. We got that whole Midwest thing covered. And Daniel's in Indiana. You could be overthinking it, buddy. Don't worry about a video taking off. You know, if a video takes off, that's fine. That's great. But that's not the goal. The goal is consistency and a slow burn. A very slow growth. And just make your video better than the last one. Look at your last video and find something in it that you could have done better. And if you don't think there's anything in the entire video that could possibly be better, you're fooling yourself, because every single video could be improved on. Whoever the best video maker in all of YouTube is, I don't know if that's Casey Neistat. You guys ever watch Casey Neistat's brother? Oh man, Van Neistat. That's a fun channel. That guy's cool. He does a lot of really cool, practical, creative, engineering, build type stuff. Van Neistat. But who's the best YouTuber in the world? Is it PewDiePie or Mr. Beast, I guess? You think he doesn't have a video? When a video comes out, you don't think it's not improvable? There's always something, even in a Mr. Beast video, that could be better. So look at your video, see what could be better, make your next one better. Yeah, the Whitcombs are your neighbors. And Yvonne, that's right, Yvonne's up there, yeah. Can't wait for our first. You guys got to do a YouTube Midwesterner meetup. That'll be awesome. 10,000 views on a short. That's pretty cool. Overnight. That's awesome. But remember that they count shorts differently. So unfortunately, 10,000 views is awesome to look at, but it doesn't do, you know, like how many of those 10,000 people who viewed it are going to come back for the videos where you're on the dock talking about stuff? And guys, I didn't put out any shorts this week. I had a few shorts still scheduled from last week on Monday, and they came out, but I didn't put out any shorts this week. No shorts on Tuesday, no shorts on Wednesday today. I'm probably not going to do any shorts this week. I don't really think they're helping. In fact, the subscriber growth is going up just like it always was without the shorts. We're at 3359, and we were at 3350 on Monday or Tuesday. So 4 more, 2 a day, 3 a day, something like that. I don't know, whatever it's turning out to be. But here we are turning into let's talk about YouTube channel like we always do. Well, I did do acting in the past. Still got my agent. Yeah. Yep. Slow and steady wins the race, buddy. It'll probably work to memorize their names because you said it out loud, which makes a stronger neural pathway in your brain. I think you're right. But for me, now, I will tell you, I am very, very good with names. You know how people say, I never remember names, but I don't ever forget a face? Well, I never forget a name when I've told myself to remember it. It's just that I had never got around to remembering the Whitcombs for some reason. But now I know it's Brandon and Ash, like my friends, the ones that I imagined moving to Wisconsin. So I'm very good with names. I work in a building, you know, especially before they sent us home to work from home from COVID. There was about 4,000 people in the building. And I remember the name of just about everybody I ever worked with or talked to or sat down. And I work in IT where I'm at people's desks all the time. And I, you know, so I'm walking through the halls like, hey, Steve, hey, Roger, know everybody's names. So you're right. Speaking it out loud will help. But now that I've made a decision to remember them, I probably will. I'm very, very good with names. Hello, Allie. Hello, CL. Used to live in Appleton, Wisconsin. I struggle with having the same thumbnails. I think your thumbnails are good, Allie. Your thumbnails are rocking. I don't think you got to change anything personally, but I could be wrong. Hi, Mike. I'm in Minnesota. Okay, cool. For some reason, I thought you were in Michigan, but yeah, Minnesota. You think I know that? I had to mail you stickers and a magnet. I think I'd remember. See, not remembering locations, that's a different situation. Mike and I have been in talks about a potential collaboration, Scott. That would be so great. That would be so nice to see you guys get together. That'd be fantastic. I'm glad you like my advice. I'm not sure which advice you're talking about. Maybe talking about what was to Tyler? Or, I don't know. But probably talking about every video's got a little bit of room for improvement, right? Yeah, Mr. Beast is probably the big boy. Yeah, Outdoor Boys were great, but they stopped making videos, right? I don't think they're doing videos anymore now. So, but that's a good, you know, that's a good channel in your niche to look up to. But don't compare yourself now to them now, because you've been doing it for how long, and they've been doing it for how long, right? If you think about the Outdoor Boys, go to their channel, click on videos, and sort by oldest. And look at what their oldest first videos look like, if they even still make them private. And then compare your videos to those, because it's not really fair to you to compare yourself to a person with 10 million subscribers who's been doing it for 10 years. That doesn't make any sense. You know, if you're going to compare yourself with somebody, compare yourself with yourself yesterday. You know, be better than yesterday, Tyler. I'm going to meet, you keep saying this. You keep saying I'm going to go meet Granny, and it hasn't happened. So you've been busy. I think Granny has weekend plans. Sooner or later, you guys go over to the Marsh Landing and have yourself some catfish. Yeah, PewDiePie has a baby. He's got a family. I'm happy for him. He seems very happy. He's got a nice family now. Interesting about shorts. I made a few and it was fun, but I noticed my regular videos died about 20 hours earlier. If that makes, yeah, that's exactly what I noticed. Is my regular videos would come out, and then I made shorts out of them, and the shorts seemed to be doing okay, but nobody was watching the regular videos anymore because the shorts were sort of the featured thing. And I think YouTube said, "Oh, he put out a new video. I won't bother showing the old one." So I did not put out a video on Monday like I have been doing Mondays and Fridays plus a Wednesday night live stream. I think I even talked about that schedule with you guys a month ago or so. But I did not put out a Monday video because the Friday videos seemed to still be getting views, and I figured, why put out a Monday video and step on the Friday video? So I will be putting out a Friday video. In fact, we can talk for a second about that. Let me grab my notes. I had a really cool trip to Lake Okeechobee on Saturday. This past Saturday, I went to the Sam Griffith Overlook on the northwest side of Lake Okeechobee. You can see in that picture in the top right corner, that's a map of Lake Okeechobee, which is the big lake right in the center of our state. Big freshwater lake, 12, 16 feet deep, something like that. I think it's about 20 miles across, 20, 30 miles across, something like that. You can't see the other side. If you stand on one side, you cannot, it's just see water. If somebody told you it was the ocean, you'd say, oh, it's calm, but I can't see the other side. That's how big it is. And I went up to the northwest side. There's this Sam Griffith Overlook, which is, I don't know, 3 stories tall or something. There's fishing piers, there's boat ramps, there's walking trails, there's nature trails, there's shelters with places to seat. And they have this high observatory you can walk up to the top of. And I did a little bit of fishing, but mainly I recorded a video about the chaos of the concrete maze and how it's stressful and how it is unstressful to go into a green maze. And by green maze, I mean going out into nature to a place you've never been and you're not sure exactly where it leads to. So you're following kind of like a green maze of an unknown location. And you get a mental win when you kind of explore it and kind of get, you know how when you explore something after a while, you start to be like, okay, I know where I am. I know what's over there. I know what's over here. You get this mental win. You get this win of, I've accomplished and I've learned and I've mapped something out in my head, right? So, like I said, I did a little bit of fishing, but the peace that you get and the peace you find by exploring a green spaces maze and the win of exploring a new place, that video will be out on Friday, and I hope you enjoy that. And I would like to know from you, what is your favorite location to visit? But is there a place you are thinking about going to that you have not been to that could be a maze? It could be a mystery. It could be an unknown that you could go out, walk it for the first time. Kind of like Allie, when you were walking out to that pond, you weren't sure, should I go straight or should I turn right? And you just explored, right? Turned right, and then it led to the pond. And so now, from now on, hey, you've got that little fact in your brain tucked away as a win. That's just a really nice feeling, right? And the other thing is, I did make a members only behind the scenes video while I was there. So for those of you who are members, it only costs $1 a month to be a member. And we've got quite a few members right now because some of you guys have been handing out memberships as gifts like crazy. I think we got like 24 members. Those of you who are members right now will be able to see the behind the scenes video that will come out. I will probably put that out a little bit before the main video because I don't want YouTube to think that the behind the scenes video is the new video to stop showing the old one, right? So I'll put out the behind the scenes one. It's just kind of a quick little, for my members, for my beloved members, little talking to you guys in there. Let's see who has showed in there. Oh, he hasn't noticed yet. What am I supposed to be noticing? Oh, was there another super chat? Oh my goodness. What? Who is this from? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, let's see if I can find that. The Whitcombs are being generous here. Sometimes it's hard to find it on this eCam software. Where is it? Where is it? It's a little ways back. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it and put it on screen. Maybe. Maybe. All right, let me get caught up on the chat and then we'll find it. I see it on my other screen. The Whitcombs have handed out some memberships. So those of you, by the way, I always say it's $1 a month for the membership, but Lori and I discovered that YouTube sort of like fools around with the money a little bit. I think they charge a little bit extra. There's a guy that does $5 a month memberships, and I got charged like $6.50. And Lori signed up for a $1 membership here, and I think she got charged by YouTube $1.60 or something. So I'm just going to tell people it's like under $2. Under $2 a month. Okay, let's see here. All right, I'm going to look at every single comment till I find it. Okay. Oh, here it is, right here in front of my face. Biggest star. See, when I look at the regular YouTube chat, I can see it because it's all colorful and everything. But in Ecamm, they don't really make it that easy to spot, you know. So you gave out a escaping the suburbs membership. I wonder who got it. Maybe I can even see somebody. Oh yeah, right after that, Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue received it. It's randomly assigned by YouTube. If you guys buy somebody a membership or 2 memberships or whatever it is, YouTube randomly assigns it to somebody. So that's cool. Sally, I'm so glad to see you here. I'm glad you made it. How are you doing? I was talking about you a little while ago, but it's all good. Yeah, that was so nice. Thank you very much, Brandon and Ash. So now Debbie Sue will get to watch the members only behind the scenes video that'll come out probably tomorrow night or something before the Friday morning video. Allie says, I was just thinking of you. Sally had my playlist on the other day. I can't believe how much better my videos are compared to last year. My formatting was so crazy in the video. I like it when Sally has a video playing in the background, you know, on mute, and she's got your playlist playing so you can see all your videos rolling. She did that for me a couple weeks ago. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was very nice of you guys. That was awesome. Trying to press the button. What button are you talking about? The like button? The subscribe button? The record button? He hasn't noticed yet. I guess you're saying that you were saying I haven't noticed the members thing, but I did now. After a little while, I did see that finally. Hey, all. Hey, Sally. I haven't been out there since I was a kid. Love that park. Oh, you've been to that one before? The one I was talking about? That's cool. It was neat. There is some playgrounds and stuff out there. And as you will see in the members only video, I had the place to myself, and then suddenly a whole bunch of people showed up all at once, and I kind of had to just sort of pause what I was doing and wait for the families and the tourists and everybody to get it out of their system, which is fine. I'm happy tourists come to Florida. That's why I don't have state income tax, so I'm not going to complain. I always loved the movie Labyrinth. Always something different around every turn. That's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. You come around the corner, but eventually you start to memorize the maze or memorize the trails or memorize the new place. And then you kind of like have the satisfaction that goes along with building a mental map and saying, okay, checklist on this place. I know all about this place now. And then you kind of own it, you know? Allie smelled the water. Yeah, when she was at that place and she knew which way to turn. She smelled the water. She did say that in her video. She's like, it smells like the water might be this way. David Bowie, Power of the Babe and Babe with a Power. What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, buddy. All right, Geraldine got to her destination a little bit on the late side. Great seeing you too, lady. Very good, buddy. Oh, man, been friends with her for quite a few years now. We first got to know each other, Geraldine and I, in some J.R.R. Tolkien interest groups on a Facebook group. And she's very sweet. My good buddy. Dance, magic dance. What are you guys talking about? Yes, CL is right. Followed my nose. I learned that in Girl Scouts. Yeah, okay, so that's what I noticed the membership eventually because I saw you said he hasn't noticed yet, and then I looked over at my other screen, which is like the regular YouTube comments, and I can actually see them in color, and I was like, oh, somebody did. I just got to go find it now. So that's cool. Thank you. And Allie's using those custom. They don't show up on this software. When I go like this, it just says compass sign, compass sign, compass. But in a regular YouTube chat, it's got the custom members only emojis. Yeah. Have a good night, Geraldine. Hi, Mike. I couldn't get into your live. It said private. You know, there was a glitch going on earlier today. So there was a glitch earlier today that like Daniel couldn't get his live to work correctly with Granny as a guest. Other people I saw complaining that they couldn't get their live stream software to work at all. It wouldn't start. And then Daniel experienced this, but several other people did too, where you couldn't see comments. People were writing comments during live streams and the hosts couldn't see them. So that was really annoying. But Debbie and Mike are here on their adventures. How are you guys doing? And where are you today? Debbie and Mike, where have you trekked to now? Where are you hanging out? You were on the big screen today. Which big screen is that? Is that Sally's big screen? Hey, Logan. Oh yeah, the button on my cool producer thing. Did I hit the? I forget to hit the button for new members. I guess I forgot. I gotta hit this button. Now, one thing. There's the new member alert. I didn't hit the button. One thing that was caused me to be a little bit late tonight. I think it was like a minute and a half late. Is I was trying to figure out why, like, when I hit this button, my background is gone. It's all black. And when I do this, it's all black. And when I do this, it's all black. So it doesn't have its background. I don't know what happened to my background picture of the guy hiking. And I was trying to get it, I was trying to drag and drop it into the thing, and it wasn't working. It was covering up everything. I just gave up, and I said, okay, forget it. I'm going live. So I don't know why that didn't work. But whatever. Okay, so you guys were talking about songs from the movie The Labyrinth. Okay, so when she brought up the movie The Labyrinth in context to finding hiking spots, you had to think about the David Bowie movie, The Labyrinth, with all that cool music. Okay, that makes sense. And so you guys were doing your little dance party talk and everything else. Cool. Oh, look at this. I got a little notification that, oh, they're coming through. This must be the same time of night when you guys got your memberships before. We're going to get flooded with these notifications. But we might as well hit the button. I need a new button for this that says 1 month. So it makes the background look like a party. Yeah, exactly. So AllyG just hit 1 month. And Traveling Whitcombs just hit 1 month. And a lot of you folks who joined a month ago during a live stream on Wednesday night, which I remember that very well. It was very exciting. Are turning 1 month old tonight. So it must have been on the 25th of January. So cool. Yeah, but I don't know why it doesn't have my background. I could do that right now. I could try to figure out if I really wanted to really bog down the live stream. Was there anything super important that I haven't talked about yet? Yeah, let me get through a couple more things, and then maybe if there's time, I'll try and fix my backgrounds, and it'll just make me happy. But I do want to show you a big win that we have because we did it. You did it. We got the Amazon affiliates program thing done. As you know, to become a tried and true perfect member of the affiliates program and not get kicked out, you're supposed to get 3 confirmed purchases through your links in 90 days. And I don't know if we're 30 days, 40 days in or something like that, but you can see that we have gotten 5 confirmed clicked purchases gone through. Somebody bought a key light, a Neo key light, which is what this light is that I'm using right here, which I like a lot because I can use my Stream Deck and program it and tell it to do, you know, different things and change the brightness and go, woo, make it dark and woo, make it bright and woo, make it crazy. But I don't really play with that. But it is nice to be able to reach over on the Stream Deck and just turn it off and on. So somebody bought one of those key lights through my link, and somebody bought the same sunglasses, the polarized sunglasses that I like for fishing. That's in there. Somebody bought that herringbone toss cap. That was you, I believe, Mike's Adventure Sparks. You bought a hat through the link. Not that I actually posted it. The cool thing is if you click my link to get into Amazon and then buy something else, it still credits me and, you know, gives me like 3% or something. And it doesn't raise your price. That comes out of the seller. And somebody bought a crimping tool kit with 1,900 pieces. I was wondering if that might be you, Mike. That looks like something right up your alley. It's an electrical cable crimping kit. And somebody bought a pair of bib overalls. So I don't know if that was you as well, Mike. Maybe you bought some more things in there. Let me know in the chat. So, but yeah, we got it. It is not fair. You say that so often. I wonder what your basis for comparison is. Who are you talking to? Who says it's not fair? Sorry, buddy. Mr. Army Medic, I don't know who you're talking to. Who is saying that? It's the memberversy. Yay for Amazon. Yeah, you guys did it. You guys did it. Hey, Perlman's back. Cool. Oh, your son is sick? That stinks, man. I'm sorry. The Live with Sally is working for fine on my end. It was on private, but I changed it the morning. Oh, okay, that's why. So I looked at it right after it was over because I didn't get to see the beginning. I caught you guys 5 or 10 minutes in or something, so I went back to watch it again to see the beginning, and it was not there anymore. But I'm glad that, okay, so you just had to make it public. You did that the next day. Very good. I set mine up. I just need to put it in all my videos and set up the shop. Very good, yeah. I know you'll be able to figure that out, and you got a smart hubby too, so you guys will get it. Okay, cool. So the bib, overalls, and the crimping tool was you. And it says there should be some scissors. I have not seen the scissors, but and hopefully a MacBook. That would be fantastic if you buy that through there. That'd be really nice. What I did discover is that some sellers do not participate, and they don't have to if they don't want to, because the seller is the one who puts the extra commission up to the guy who brought the customer to them. So you can sell on Amazon and choose not to participate, which is why some of you guys were trying so hard and buying certain things and it wasn't showing up at all. It's just that those sellers, they don't participate in the program. That's all there is to it. So yeah, CL, I did finally figure it out, understand it. Daniel explained it, and I finally got wise to what was going on. You know, I saw that movie in movie theaters when it came out, and what was I at the time? You know, 15, 16 something, and I don't remember it. So probably be a good idea to go back and watch it again, right? I should do that. Hey, I'm all caught up live on the chat. Cool. Let me tell you something. Another thing I want to tell you about is, and this is kind of minor, but it's kind of cool. I'm on vidIQ, and I got a subscription to vidIQ. I might not keep it. I might keep it. I don't know. But they do these little achievements, and they're kind of cool. Whenever you hit a little milestone, oh, hold it. Hold the farm. Wait. No way. You guys are handing out. Oh, my goodness, Perlman. What are you doing? Perlman's giving out 10 memberships. Well, that's awesome. They were randomly assigned to Army Medic, Sally, Tyler, this fella or fellette here, QG Daba 504_420, who has not participated in the chat, so we didn't know they were there until then. And Rob Norton, who's being stealth and being quiet, also got a membership. Very cool. And Catherine, I didn't know you were in here, so very good to see you. I was enjoying your video earlier today that you made over there on the bay or on the water. And Grizzly, I'm so glad to see you're here. That's fantastic. Look at all these. Perlman, you give out 10 memberships like that, and I get to see all these people who haven't been participating in the chat. And now I know they're here. Bacon King, Gracie. Now, Graciella, Gracie G, I have seen you comment on some videos, but I didn't know you were watching the live stream, so that's really nice to see. And Blix, so that was really nice. Thank you, Perlman, in honor of my birthday this past Monday, giving out 10 memberships. So as I said, there is going to be a members-only behind-the-scenes video coming out Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. So all of you folks who just got memberships, we'll be able to watch that, and you also can now go to the members tab and watch all my old members only videos, and there's a lot of behind the scenes videos in there, and there's a lot of members only posts. And as I said, if you didn't get lucky and get added one of those memberships, they are under $2 a month. If you want to help yourself to that and support the channel. I know. That was pretty nice, Perlman. That was really nice of you, man. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, Glenn. Okay, so you just watched Labyrinth a couple weeks ago, so it's fresh in your head. Hey, Northern ATV, how is it going, my bud? Is that Dan? I think that's Dan, right? How's everything going up there, man? Need to learn how to do that by subscriptions. I don't know if I can do it off the phone. Maybe, but since you're getting a MacBook soon, I can help you much easier with that kind of stuff if you want to. Help you out with that. I don't charge, by the way. If anybody needs help with their YouTube stuff, I don't mind helping people out. We'll do a Zoom call together, and I'll show you everything I know for free. Yeah, Northern ATV, very good to see you, my man. Yep. Glenn, first a wonderful dinner and now a membership. Wow. Oh, so maybe those go out to people who aren't watching, but they're just subscribers? Well, that's possible. Maybe they just get memberships randomly assigned to people who are subscribers. That's very possible. I always thought it was to somebody in the live stream. So, yeah, Allie agrees. They're not necessarily in the chat. Okay, but they will get notified. Cool. Well, that's very good. Maybe I'll make a community post tomorrow and welcome them and let them know that they can watch the members only stuff. I've been watching a video, got a notification, and went and said thank you to the guy for that free membership. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Northern ATV, let me know if I'm right. Is your name is Dan, right? Am I thinking of somebody else? I think you're Dan. I hope I'm right about that one because I just said I don't forget names, and I don't want to be wrong on that. So did I show you the achievement? I got interrupted. So yeah, vidIQ does these cool little achievement unlocked things. You know, got 725,000 views. Now, I think a lot of that's shorts because I was using that software to automatically generate shorts and create shorts. So it's nice to get those number of views, but what I really care about, the number I care about is, to be honest with you, is engagement and comments. The more comments I get in videos, that's the number that really matters to me, not the number of subscribers, because YouTube's going to show the videos to people who subscribe, and not the views. Like Tyler was hoping a video blows up. I don't care that much if a video blows up in views. What I like is comments. I want people to be, and see, you really got to be touched by a video to take the extra effort to leave a comment and go down a doop-de-doo down in the comments, right? And when somebody takes the time to leave a comment, I always go by and heart the comment, which helps me remember which ones I've talked to, but I try to always leave a comment and reply. And if you comment back again and reply to my reply, I'm going to reply to you again. Because right now, we're still small enough that I got time to say hello to every single person who leaves a comment. So the metric and the analytics that I really care about is engagement / comments and replies. That is what is important to me in there. All the new members, you got cool stickers to use. Yeah, all you new members, there's some real cool little emojis that you can use down there at the bottom of the chat. There's a, let me see, what is there? I made a couple of these things. I made the pipe and the sticker and the Christmas tree logo. Yeah, that's right. You can also use those in the videos if you want to leave a comment sometime. So other than that, one thing I want to share with you is a little bit of show and tell, because Daniel generously sent me an incredible gift. I got to show this to you guys. You're not going to believe it. I couldn't believe it when I opened it. It was like, wow. By the way, what do you think about this bad Larry? I have my helmet out because I am going to be going for a ride with some friends next week. Here, let me do some stealth work real quick. There we go. Mark that out. And where did I put that tape? All I'm doing is covering up my home address on this box that Daniel sent this to me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to show. There we go. I don't want to show my home address on a box on accident. So let's just tip the camera down slightly. So Daniel sent me a box full of awesome fishing gear. And I couldn't believe how much stuff there is. He bought like a whole kit of like 100 pieces fishing kit or something. And he said, unfortunately, the box that it came in, like the plastic tackle box, was cracked or whatever. So he put a lot of stuff in the baggies. He went through a lot of work. And then he added a bunch of his own stuff too. I'll show you this last. This is the coolest one. I'll show this too. So a bag full of floats and a bag full of little worms, spinner worms. This very cool frog lure. Very cool. There's a lot of stuff in here, so this is going to take a long time. This spinning lure, very cool. Bumper with a little I love these shiny spinning spoons on lures. I love those guys. I was using one of those earlier today. But that's not what I caught my bass on. I caught my bass on just a regular old worm. Not a live worm, like a Senko. So this little frog is cool. He's really cute. He's like a, what do you call those? Like a tube or something like that? Tube or cylinder or something? I forget. Look at these guys. Cute little, they look like scorpions. Here's some more little red ones. Here's a whole bag full of real cool lures with the big old open cylinder looking face and a whole bunch of pretty smaller ones too. It's not very easy to see in the plastic bag, but you get the general idea. Daniel went completely overboard, but I sure appreciate it. And this wasn't even for my birthday. He just sent it because he knew I started fishing. Look at these little fishy worms. I like the ones that have the hook already in them because it's like less work. You don't have to put them on the hook, although I don't mind putting them on the hook. And if you're wondering, the bass I caught tonight, I used the Texas rig on one of those Senkos. Exactly like you guys told me. These are cool little, looks like tadpoles or something. This is pretty neat, little spinner. The Strike King spinner. And here's a bag full of these gross looking, disgusting missile, but they are pretty neat looking. They're all sparkly and everything. Those guys are neat. And what are these? Power bait fish hold on 18 times longer. Yeah, awesome. These are cool. Like I said, Daniel went all out. He's crazy, man. Sent me all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm never going to run out of more lures. I got like 10 years worth of stuff. He gave me a bag, several bags of hooks, different size hooks, which is great. Now that I know how to do the Texas rig and all that stuff. Here's more little cool looking. This guy's very, very awesome looking with the little spinner snout. I know you guys are all talking away in the comments and I'm not looking. I'm sorry. And these guys are pretty little fishies. Almost done. This one's really nice. Look at this guy. Woo! All right, just a couple more things. There's a whole Ziploc bag full of these yummy gummy worms. Very cool. And some little cool hooks with these little colorful weights on them. They're super awesome. All right, we're at the bottom. There's some hooks with some sinker weights already stuck on them, and some of these little tags that I really like. The little spoon spinner. I love these things. I don't know why. Maybe because it looks vintage. But last but not least, the cool thing I'm saving for the end is this hook and spinner. But what's really super cool about this is I don't know if we're going to be able to get to see this. Let's see if we can. It has Daniel on it. Oops, upside down. It has Daniel on it. Look at this. It's got DG Outdoors Daniel right on there. How cool is that? The little hook. And it's a one of a kind. It's the only one. It's the only one in existence. So there we go. That is very cool. Let's put this back on me. There we go. Daniel, this is the coolest box care package kit in the world. Let me scroll back and see if we can find some comments here now that I got through all of Daniel's awesome present there. At a minimum, I try to leave emojis. Yeah, CL, you leave good emojis on all of the videos. That counts. By the way, that counts because I know that's you and I know what your messages mean there too. Enjoying your new stickers, emojis there, Debbie Sue. CL, yeah, we all love the little wave and blue heart and then the customized emojis for each of our channels. You always give me the palm trees and the owls, and you give Mike his emojis. Daniel, you're awesome. I was really sad you didn't get my chats on the live earlier. Yeah, that glitch was so annoying. Yeah. You like the hat there, do you, lady? I was talking to these guys before you joined, I think, Allie. The cool thing about this hat is, let me go find it. The cool thing about this hat is on the inside of the label, there's vintage Guinness ads, and I'm a Guinness guy, so that's what I like about the new hat. It was also back ordered for like 6 months, and I had my eyes on this hat for 6 months. Good news for me, it was my birthday, I think. No, it wasn't. It was last week that it came up, and it arrived on my birthday. That's what it was. Also, another YouTuber who I absolutely love. I've been wanting to get a shirt off of his channel, but they've been out of stock for a very, very long time. And I got notification because I was on the wait list. I got notifications that that shirt was available, so I bought 2 of them today. So maybe I'll wear that next week. So I'm glad you like it. Is that ever nice? So Tracy had to get going and took off. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Everybody's saying good night, Tracy. Good night, Tracy. Good night, cattails. Bobbers, you need to get some worms. Catch a bait fish, then catch a bass. Super fun. You mean like real worms? When you say I need to get some worms, you mean some live worms, or do you mean rubber worms? Because I will show you this, by the way, Allie. These Senko guys are what I caught my very first bass on. They're just, they're not, they got no legs or anything. It's just a worm. And then, wait, where's the other ones? Oh, I don't know where I put them. Did I put them already? I don't know where I put them. Anyway, the one I caught somebody on today was these yum, just regular yum, gummy looking worms with no appendages. So if you're talking about artificial worms, that's what I caught these guys on already. Yep. Catch a bait fish, then catch a bass, she says. I caught my PB on that little power bait swim bait. Caught my PB. What's a PB? PB, something bass. Don't tell me it's peacock bass. I caught my peacock bass on that little power bait swim bait. Okay, so one of these ones that I showed is a power bait swim bait. That's good to know. I'll go find it later. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, Daniel. Thank you for reminding me about the book. He got me this book. Thank you for reminding me. Luring largemouth bass, surefire strategies for catching more and bigger bass. I'm sorry, I forgot that, Daniel. And the cool thing is, there's a lot of notes that somebody way more experienced than me made some notes in the book, so I know what to focus on and what's important. And there's some really good lessons in here about where to look. Let's see if I can find that again. There was little maps, maps of some lakes and like examples of, there it is, where to look, like at the backside of a creek where the creek enters. See the little spot there in the map? So that's really cool. This is a good book. I'm already a couple chapters in, Daniel. Thank you very much for that. What a great present. Okay, so yeah, you're talking about live worms. Live worms, and then, but worms are all gushy. They're all gushy and icky bicky and gushy and creepy, crimey gopher guts. Oh, that's her personal best. Oh, not her, not a pelican bass. That's no pelican. Pelican bass would be fun. Peacock bass. Her personal best. You call them stick baits or Senko. Yeah, Senko is the name I know because that's the brand. Those are Senko. That's what the brand says, Senko. Senko on them. But stick baits, that makes sense. Good to know. Yeah. You like buying books that somebody wrote in? Me too, because you kind of get a little rewind of what was in their brain and what was important to them, and it kind of highlights to you what somebody else keyed in on and what got their attention, right? So, well, hey all, that is all I had to talk about with the show and tell there from Mr. Daniel. I don't really have anything else to talk about or share with you. And it is getting late. Been on here about an hour and a half. I'm no Rob the Maritimer, so I don't want to keep going when I've run out of things to talk about. It's funny, last week I had a few things and I thought this was going to be a really really long live stream last weekend, or last Wednesday, sorry, last week. And I was done talking in a half hour. I got through all my points in a half hour. And tonight, for some reason, it just took longer. I don't know why. I blasted through everything I wanted to talk about last week. And this week, it took me this long, but I didn't feel like I had more stuff to talk about this week. But I think we touched on everything. Let me just real quick go back and see, was there anything else that we were thinking about talking about? We talked about the Guinness. We talked about the shout-outs. Old men will dream dreams. Don't forget that we are all now influential old men, male and female, all of us. And if you missed that in the video, I want you to go back and watch what I was talking about. Old men will dream dreams, because we're going to dream big dreams, all of us. And we're all going to have big influential dreams, and they're all going to come true. We talked about Nate Black. We talked about Okeechobee. We talked about the affiliates victory. We talked about this little achievement, which is kind of cool. And we did Daniel's gift. And you guys have been doing the chat all night, which is the best. So let's just real quick peek at our stats for tonight. That's always fun to see what we have. We have had 59 views tonight, folks. That is an all-time record for me, 59 views. And we have a large number of super chatters and membership givers, which is awesome. And the stream health was excellent and healthy, which is great. So that's good to know. And I guess when we finish this, I'll actually see a report on how many comments there were. But I know it's going to be off the chart because you guys were talking up a storm in here, which is fantastic. But like I said, this is my favorite part of the whole week. I look forward to talking to you guys and hanging out with you on Wednesday nights all week long. And I'm going to be looking forward to next week just as soon as I hang up here. So plans for this week: Thursday afternoon or Thursday night, there will be a members only video. Friday morning, there will be the Lake Okeechobee Exploring Trails video. Next week on Tuesday, I'll be taking a motorcycle ride with some friends. And maybe I'll get some video content out of that. Here it is. This is the one I was going to show you, Allie. This is what I caught the guy on today. And I was using the orange one. You said they're called stick bait or Senkos. Yep. And the orange one did the trick tonight. Yeah, we are a chatty group. Yep, very much so. All right, well, thank you, everybody. Zuki thinks it's time for dinner, I guess. She's over here meowing at me. So, Zuki, come here. Let's see if she wants to come say hi. Probably not. You know how cats are. They'll come over to you and then not let you pick them up. Come here. Here it is. Come here. Your friends want to say hi. Oh. Gotcha. Everybody say hi to Suzuki, and then Suzuki's going to tell everybody good night, and she probably wants me to feed her, but maybe she already got fed because she will lie to me right to my face. She'll lie right to my face. See this little cute face? She'll lie to you and tell you that she didn't eat when somebody else already fed her, so probably not. But thank you very much, everybody. I will see you next week. And I will see you in the comment section in a couple days or before then.